Tomorrow night, 48 Hours is featuring an in-depth conversation with the father of JonBenét Ramsey, the child beauty queen who was murdered at home in Boulder, Colorado. She would be 34 years old today. The case, though, still unsolved. 48 Hours correspondent Erin Moriarty has covered this story since 1999, and she spoke with JonBenét's father about his theory about what happened that night.
John Ramsey is asking the Boulder, Colorado Police Department to do whatever it takes to bring the killer of his daughter to justice. A killer who he believes had entered their home while the family had Christmas dinner at a friend's house.
I think he was hiding. I think he waited till we fell asleep and then murdered JonBenét.
The 6-year-old was found bludgeoned and strangled in the basement of the family home on December 26, 1996. It was a media sensation, a child beauty queen, a strange ransom note. For years, suspicion fell on her parents, who always insisted they had nothing to do with their daughter's death. Here is Patsy Ramsey being interrogated in 1998.
Go back to the damn drawing board. I didn't do it. John Ramsey didn't do it, and we didn't have a clue of anybody who did do it.
The couple was never charged. Patsy Ramsey died of cancer in 2006 at the age of 49, and not much has changed in the investigation. John, do you believe this case could be solved?
Yes, I do. If the police will take advantage of all the technology that's available to them.
Ramsey says there are 7 items from the crime scene that still need to be tested, including the garrote used to strangle JonBenét, the suitcase found in the basement of the Ramsey home, and a rope found in a guest bedroom. The Boulder Police Department insists that it is doing everything it can. In November 2024, it released a statement which said, "The assertion that there is viable evidence and leads we are not pursuing to include DNA testing is completely false." Now 81, John Ramsey is remarried and determined to clear his family's name.
Erin Moriarty joins us now. Clear his family's name because people suspect...
Well, even after all these years, because that's what the police thought. The Boulder police looked at that almost solely from the very beginning, believing that the parents were involved. One of the reasons why we're doing this story is because there still are so many questions after 28 years, and I think we can answer a lot of them. But let me make a point that there is DNA in this case.
Okay.
It is unidentified male DNA, and it excludes every member of the Ramsey family.
It does.
I think that is the most important thing for people to realize.
Yeah, I think that's a very important point. I've been so fascinated by this case for years, mainly because it was so horrific when it happened. You just can't imagine somebody could break into their house in this affluent neighborhood, find this little girl's bedroom, and then have the body discovered inside the home.
But can I tell you something real quickly about that house? I've been in it.
Yes.
I've been in that house. On the outside, it doesn't look big. Inside it is, and one of the times I was in there, I went with my producer, and I was in JonBenét's bedroom, and he was in the parents' bedroom, and I was screaming at the top of my voice. You cannot hear anything.
Wow.
And John Ramsey believes that, they were out the night before, and he believes that the person who killed his daughter had come into that home, had time to write that ransom note. I mean, I know there are a lot of questions out there.
But Erin, the ransom note that they were asking happened to be the same amount of money that John Ramsey was paid for the bonus that year.
Well, I
that
do
was such
believe
inside
it's probably someone who knew him. And it's interesting, John Ramsey keeps hoping that, and there's a story about this, about being able to put it with genetic genealogy, be able to put the DNA in there.
Do they use that testing?
Well, they want to. Unfortunately, according to John Ramsey, the actually DNA is mixed with his daughter's blood, so they can't get that full profile. But I think with new testing, they will eventually.
Amazing.
He's convinced DNA is going to solve this.
I want somebody caught. I want this case solved. It's
DNA
so
usually
haunting.
helps. We'll see.
Erin Moriarty, thank you very much. You can watch Erin's report on 48 Hours. The search for JonBenét's killer, 48 Hours tomorrow night, 9 Central here on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.